This is Get Your Kids Back Now. This show is dedicated to keeping families together and to fighting the tyranny of CPS and DCFS social workers. A secondary purpose of this show is to educate parents and relatives, or to at least show them where to go to get the necessary information for their fight. The final purpose of this show is to remind people that change can be effectuated at the ballot box, at the state and federal levels. Let us unite, vote, and elect those who have and will make the necessary changes for our families. I want to talk about some cases that I personally am involved in right now. Up in Northern California, I am personally representing a parent who is accused of not being able to care for her children because the main allegation is that she has mental and emotional conditions that prevent her from caring for her children. And the case started when she went to the hospital to have her baby, and she allegedly left her other 2 or 3 children at home without a caretaker. Now, I'm told that there was a caretaker, but when the Department of Children, not the Department of Children and Family Services, when CPS got involved, he left the area, left the geographic area, and he cannot be found to come testify because he thinks that he's going to be prosecuted criminally for leaving children alone. What exacerbates the situation is after the mother had the child, apparently she got in an argument with the doctor, and granted that's not a smart thing to do, and the doctor had her committed under what's called a 5150, a psychiatric hold in one of the county hospitals where she had the baby. Now, the good thing for her was she was admitted about 3 a.m. in the morning, and she was released about 10 a.m. in the morning when the regular crew came in and they evaluated her, and they said basically, nothing was wrong, that she wasn't a danger to herself or others. But before she was released, CPS had swooped in with the police and taken her children into custody, and now she's fighting to get them back. I'm not a therapist. I had the client evaluated by an expert, and the expert says, she has a few quirks, but she's not mentally unstable and she's not a danger to her children, which is the most important part. And we plan to have him testify at the upcoming trial. My client is also going to be taking another evaluation of another psychiatrist, so that we have at least 2 evaluations to go to court with from 2 different psychologists who will hopefully testify that she's not mentally or emotionally unstable, and that she can care for her children. There's an issue in this case. It's interesting. I've seen 2 pages of her medical records, and one of the medical records say ABC, and then another copy of the medical records has something written, nobody knows who wrote it in, and it says ABCD, so there's 2 different versions of medical records. We're trying to find out who hand wrote this. Apparently nobody at the hospital is owning up to handwriting into the discharge summary certain comments that could be construed to be used against the mother. So we have that issue as well. I will keep all of the listeners posted on the outcome of this case and the progress of this case. The case has been set for trial for 5 days in this particular county, and because it's a long cause case, it's been assigned to a civil judge, and the civil judge in this county apparently does long cause cases for juvenile dependency court, and we're going to have hopefully a civil judge who will be, I'm hoping, tight on the procedure and tight on the evidentiary rulings because that's what he or she normally does.